actually. And it's how it's called in Turkish language itself. No one knows the real reason why, but I think he didn't want to be called as president of Turkey. It's not a cool job title for a president. Yeah. And speaking of changing country names, it's been almost like a fashion recently. First it was Czechia, Czech Republic become Czechia, then Turkey become Turkey, and I heard recently India also changed its name. And I was like, yeah, it's now Baharat. Wow, I mean, and I would suggest Luxembourg to change its name as well, since it has the highest number of well-paid but super boring jobs in Europe, like accountant, auditor, Grand Duke. I think the country can be named as Lux and Boring. I think it's a boring country, yes. I moved to here almost 2 years ago, and after spending all my life in Turkey, which is a quite big and crowded place, and life is so fast, everything, a lot of things happens, everyday life change. I find Luxembourg life super slow. Everything is so slow here. Even before I come, I had to wait almost 3-4 months for my working permit to issue. In Turkey, if you want to work in Turkey, it's in like 3-4 days, super fast. And also when you start working, the trial period is only 2 months in Turkey, but here is 6 months. And even some jobs, they ask 1 year for trial period. And the worst part was dating scene, actually. We all use the same applications in Turkey as well, like Tinder, Bumble, and so on. But in Turkey, it's so different. You match, you say hi, he replies back hi, you start chatting, and if you like each other, you already have your first date in the same evening. But here, you match, then you have to wait like almost 24 hours to say the first hi. And then he also waits another 24 hours to reply back. Because I don't know why, I still couldn't figure it out why. If you write very fast, it makes you a bit creepy or weird or whatever it is. And then you ask a question, like it could be a simple question like what's your favorite color, where do you live, or if you can also ask an interesting question like what's your fantasy, what would you like to do to me one day? But at the end, it takes the same time, he replies back in a couple of days, and time passes by the time the Turkish couple gets married. Here, they only decide if they will go out on a date or not. And if it's a holiday time or something, it's even get worse. In Luxembourg, you have to wait the other come back from the holiday, and yeah, it takes so much time. By the time the Turkish couple have children, here the couple can only decide if they are dating or not. So it was a disaster for me. And another difficulty that I saw in the Luxembourg for the dating is choosing the nationality. There are so many options, like it's really hard to choose one and settle in. So, for example, if you go out on a date with a French, you need to pretend like you understand from wine. Or worse, you need to pretend like you believe that he understands from wine. This Burgundy 22 goes well with the steak and whatever. And if you go out on a date with an Italian, you need to first be ready to get some fat, and be ready to listen to him talking about the best restaurant in the town, where is the best pasta, carbonara, and if he's from Napoli, you are done because you'll be like, in Napoli we have pizza like this. But I would never imagine how would it be to date with a Luxembourgish guy. I don't know if you had the chance to date with the Luxembourgish, especially the ones around 30 years old or beginning of 40s. You need to be ready to listen whole night about the recent updates on real estate market. Yeah, and they will talk about, where to buy the next property. And they even ask my advice, like, is Turkey cheap at the moment? Like, is it a good opportunity now? And I was like, I thought you were dating me because you thought I was beautiful, but you just looking for free investment advice. What's going on here? And I think they are choosing their future wife based on the credit score of the woman. They think like, if I marry this girl, I will be able to buy an apartment, and probably also at the end they will not invite you for a dinner and only drinks because they are so broke because of the mortgage they are paying on a floating rate. And finally, I don't even talk about Turkish guys because they are already so broke and probably homeless. They just suggest you to grab a few beers from the gas station and go to your place. Thank you very much, that was my time.
I say it better the second time. That's my superpowers, saying names incorrectly. All right, you guys still having a good time?